Central Texas Life with Ann Harder.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'll tell you, this is a wonderful organization we're talking about today. They have the mission of every woman being successful. I'm talking about the Christian Women's Job Corps. It's been hard at work for nearly 2 decades, helping women to get an education. They're being mentored, and they're just giving a very valuable helping hand as they kind of get their lives back on track. Joining me now is Lydia Tate, who's Executive Director. And welcome to our new studio here on Webster in Waco. Yeah, Rogue Media, of course, is our wonderful host here for a Central Texas Life. And I'll tell you what, this has been really a journey and a brand new studio for us. So welcome.
Yay! Thanks for letting me be the first in the new studio. I feel so special.
Well, you are special because what you do to help women. Now, you've been the executive director. How long?
Almost 3 years.
It's been 3 years. Let's talk a little bit first about you and your background. I understand your training was it was in music education.
Yes.
So you're a musician.
I am. I dabble here and there with all sorts of music. I grew up playing the piano. I grew up singing. I sing for Central Texas Choral Society. Hi, guys. Mm-hmm. And I just love it. I sing with our church, and I enjoy music a lot. And I have a music education degree. I did all the education stuff, but then kind of fell backwards into nonprofit and have just stayed here for 20 years. So it's been a long journey, and I've had a few nonprofits I've worked for, and I love it. I love the work. I love serving people. I love seeing people, meet their goals and do the thing, and especially with Christian Women's Job Corps, it's just incredible. But yeah, I love the pace of nonprofit work. You always get to do something different and new, and there's a lot of plates spinning, and so.
Well, that's true. You're raising money and you're doing the work. I mean, there's so much involved.
Yeah.
Of course, the wonderful Pam Hundrow founded the Christian Women's Job Corps, and
her and Becky Ellison.
It was a big deal, when she stepped down, and so you have filled in so ably. You came here. Were you?
Thank you.
In Central Texas, or were you in Houston? Or
well, my family and I are originally from Houston, but we've been in Waco now for 11 years. So we call Waco home now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been here for 11 years. So. And then, I mean, Pam did a wonderful job getting us going and started. Pam and Becky and Dr. Gaynor Yancey, they all just did this great job of getting us up and running and launching that. And then we've had, other great leaders throughout the last almost 20 years.
Yes.
We're having our 20-year anniversary next year. I know. Incredible. So we've had a lot of really wonderful leaders, Suzanne Hack, and then our wonderful board. And just they've taken us really great spaces. So I'm just delighted to be a part of the journey.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, I've of course seen this organization evolve, and I always love telling the stories of groups, individuals even that see a need and say, yes, what can I do to help? And then it becomes this amazing work,
Thank you.
This amazing organization. Tell me, who is the typical, or is there a typical lady that you work with?
Oh, our women are absolutely amazing. I mean, they're just the most wonderful, tenacious, incredible group of people I've ever known. They're just incredible.
They are brave.
They're so
say, I need to
courageous.
Do something different.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like every woman goes through this where we just all of a sudden go, you know what, I need to do something new.
Yeah.
And so this space exists at CWGC where a woman who maybe doesn't have the resources that she needs to access can come and get those resources and get on the right pathway, and then have like the camaraderie and the mentoring and the the cheerleading section that she needs to get it done. I think it's just a wonderful thing. So, the women that come to us, they're varied in their background. So many single mothers. We actually over 68% single mothers this past year. Yeah, really incredible. Almost 70% single mothers. And then, age, it's really a funny thing because everyone always wants to know, how old are they?
Yeah, are they young?
Are they 18? Are they 21? Such a varied number of ages that we're serving. Yes, maybe in their 20s, but then also women in their 30s and 40s and 50s who are finally going, you know what, I'm going to take this moment for myself. I'm going to go get my GED. I'm going to go get my computer skills. I'm going to go get my resume sorted out, and I'm going to go find great work. And that's why they come. They come because they want to find great work and they want to find the resources to get to that great work. And our goal is to be a learning community together, that we would all learn together, we would all grow together, and we would all support each other.
Well, I know there are more success stories than you can count. I've heard many over the years, and it just really touches your heart to, as I say, to see the courage that they exhibit to say, I've got to change my circumstances, and here is a group that can help me do that. But any come to mind that you could share? Not necessarily. Now, of course, your former program site director was Sarah Aguirre. She was on the show last time.
Yeah, she was.
And now she's gone on to other things.
Well, I'll share her story. So her story is really great. She came to us a few years back, and forgive me for not knowing the exact date, but she started out with us going through our career track program. Came for computer skills, for resume development, job development, boundaries, just personal development type things.
Yes.
And she stuck around. Afterwards, after she finished that program and graduated, the executive director at that time, Suzanne, she really saw something inside of Sarah and offered Sarah the opportunity to become an administrative assistant. And then Sarah went back to school. She finished her associate's degree in social work, and then went on to become our programs director. And then just this past year, finished her master's degree in social work. And she just took a job in Austin. And I just talked to her this morning. She is unpacking her new apartment. Oh. So, but that's, had to
have been hard to say goodbye.
Oh, gosh, yes.
To see someone that has developed so beautifully.
No, really, really incredible story. But I mean, her story is so much like the women in our program, whether they've been through, whether it's traumatic circumstances or just wanting to do something new, wanting to finally finish that degree. The GED is a really intimidating thing. And so we have so many women who come in who say, I just want to do this for myself. I want to show myself I can finish this GED program. I want to show myself I can get my high school diploma. I want to walk across the stage and wear a cap and gown, which we do, which is so really great. Having that graduation ceremony is so incredibly powerful. And then on the flip side of it, maybe it's not the GED, maybe it's resume, maybe it's computer, maybe it's just learning to take those steps that you want to take. And we started an entrepreneurship program in 2020 also, just trying to lay out what does it look like to own your own business and how does that work and where can I get the resources to do that, So
are there any in business now from?
Not yet. Okay. So it started in 2020.
Incubating.
That's the hot button, right? It started in 2020. So we don't, it's still kind of an incubating program. But, I tell you, there's so many stories after story after story of women who are just wanting to shift their circumstances. And then the thing that I think is really cool, Anne, this past year, we've seen women bring their relatives. We've seen them bring nieces, cousins, moms, daughters, sisters, friends. Like, their family members are coming too. So not just one person changing inside of a family, but multiple people shifting their circumstances inside of their family. I just think that's so powerful. That's just really an incredible thing to behold.
It speaks volumes for the quality of the program you're offering.
Thank you.
There. I know that you rely on mentors, that you really have an appeal for volunteers. And does it have to be female? Is it all have to be female or not?
No, we have delightful volunteers of all circumstances, and whether it is a Spanish-speaking volunteer that helps us with GED, because we have a GED program in Spanish. And then we have a man that is retired from engineering who came in to start teaching math and science with us this year.
Wonderful.
And he loves it. And then, just all sorts of different walks of life for our teachers and our tutors and our mentors. And we do have a really big need for mentors. We always have a big need for all sorts of volunteers. Administrative office help, everything. But especially right now, Spanish-speaking volunteers, because we're seeing that Spanish program really, really blossom. So we're actually partnered with La Puerta, Waco, to do our Spanish-speaking programs, and they're wonderful, and just it's a great partnership, and we love it. But we definitely need a lot of volunteers these days.
Mm-hmm. Because I know personally, some mentors and how they develop lifelong friendships through your program.
Yeah, no, and that's true so CWJC is actually like CWJC and CMJC are a national thing. Yeah. And so that's true across the board. Like we see mentors that are developing friendships that really last a long time with their mentees. We had a volunteer come in, and she was an alumni of the program, needed to do some volunteer work, and she came in and spent a few weeks with us, and she and I got to talking. And she's still friends with her mentor. She's a graduate of the program, 7, 8, 9 years back. And 7 years later, she still gets together with her mentor to go have a cup of coffee and check in and see how things are going. So really incredible relationships happening where, the mentors, we do like women mentoring women because, that makes sense. But just really fantastic relationships happening where you can see a friendship blossom. Love it.
That's wonderful. Well, you have an exciting event coming up, and that's what we want to talk about. But first, we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back, and we will be talking more with Lydia Tate about Baskets of Hope. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Sarah.
And I'm Carter.
And this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun. Wine and vinyl.
So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
Welcome to One Star Rewind, a new podcast about those dreaded one-star reviews that every business owner hates to receive, but yet every customer loves to read. During this podcast, we will peel back that one-star review to better understand how it happened, when it happened, and what the business owner is doing after receiving that one-star review. This podcast will be about love, hate, and laughter. On One Star Rewind, we will meet with real business owners who will tell their stories and how they do rely on reviews for their business. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download us at roguemedianetwork.com. Please subscribe, but only rate and review for not a one-star review. Join us each time for a new review and a new story.
What's your emergency?
Do you hear that? It's coming from the house.
It's coming from inside the house? Do you mean? Could it be?
The Poltergeist. New from Rogue Media. Two haunted hotties talking about haunted places. Every episode we dive deep into the darkest places, and give you a bit of history.
We're getting spooky in all the right places.
You've gobbled your last ghoul.
Follow along for the craziest and spookiest stories with Debbie's Dark Tourism. The Stanley Hotel,
Winchester House,
The Alamo,
Hotel Monte Vista.
and more spooky places. Find us at _Poltergals. POLTERGALS.
Look over your shoulder. It's us,
The Poltergals. Wherever you consume the podcast, you can find us there.
And we are back. It is good to be talking with Lydia Tate, who is the executive director of Christian Women's Job Corps. And we've been talking about how this organization has helped countless women kind of get their lives back on track, helping them to finish that GED, go on to get more education, something practical like helping them with their resume, getting them one-on-one mentoring, which is just means the world. But so education is a big part of what you do, job skills and all that. But the whole spiritual aspect of what you do is so crucial. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, do they have to go to Bible studies, or how does all that work?
Oh, well, for Christian Women's Job Corps, we really focus on the whole person. Yeah. And so we believe very deeply that whole life change comes from all aspects. And so we do have Bible study. We do have classes for, spiritual formation and things like that. We had a spiritual formation group last year, and they learned about different types of prayer practices together. Really? And just like how to pray and how to do those things, and that make us closer to God and more really focused inward more than so much worrying about external. And so Bible study is not a requirement, but we love it. I think, honestly, our community of women, they always tell us their Bible study is their favorite. Yeah. Because they get this wonderful time together where they're not focused on GED. They're not focused on the things of this world, but they're focused on
solving that math problem.
They're focused. I don't know, right? I couldn't. I struggle. But they're focused on things that are not of this world, and I think that's really great. And that holistic focus, whether it's you going into a personal development group and learning about anxiety and how to deal with anxiety, or learning about wellness and resources for wellness in our community. We really try to focus on the whole person, and that includes spiritual life and our personal life.
Well, and you do collaborate with a lot of other organizations that help in
a lot
similar ways.
Very much so. Very much
Esther's
so.
Closet.
Esther's Closet.
Very
we have
crucial.
A great partnership with them, and, for interview clothing and for work resources.
Right.
We have a great partnership with Unbound, where they come out and they talk about trafficking, and they teach us about trafficking, how to keep our families safe. And then we have a great partnership with Public Health, and they come out and do wellness, gives information about wellness classes and things of that nature. There's just some great opportunities for us to share a wealth of resources and a wealth of knowledge from the community with the women who come to us. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and get a GED, or let's go ahead and knock out a computer certification too,
Yeah. Add some of those benefits to the resume.
And why not make it holistic? Why not make it about the whole entire person instead of, because we're not just professional, we're all of us.
We're all. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and let's face it, some of the bad decisions that can kind of get you in a bad place can be addressed.
Yeah. I think we all just go through these times where we've all done things that we don't want to do. And we've all been there. And how do we take a step forward when we've had a bump in the road, or our life just has become overwhelming? How do we take a step forward? And I think we take a step forward by looking at our whole entire selves, and then joining hands with others and helping and letting them help us take a step forward. And I think that's the most powerful thing.
Well, it is a very forward-looking organization, looking to a brighter future, looking to progress for the individual. And, all that being said, takes money to do that. And
you're not wrong.
Christian Women's Job Corps has got one of the most fun events that I've ever had the pleasure of being involved with, and it's called Baskets of Hope. Yeah. You've got the next one lined up. Of course, COVID sort of derailed, a year or
we had
two?
Just one.
Just one
yeah,
year.
Just
but that's
one.
Good.
Yeah.
But I know last year was huge.
Last year
had
huge.
an amazing turnout.
We did.
New venue, went to the Baylor Club.
We did. We went to the Baylor Club. Huge turnout. I mean, that sea of tables was incredible. It was amazing. So we're back at the Baylor Club this year. We'll be in September 20th, 2022. Mark your calendar. 11 to 1. You can get tickets.
So it's a lunch event.
Yeah, it's a lunch event.
Which was a change from previous ones. I know last year you did a lunch event.
Lunch last year too, and it was a dinner event back in the day, and it's been an event for us for 15 years.
Yeah,
I want to say
a
long time.
Yeah.
So we did switch to lunch last year just to kind of help businesses businesses that are sponsoring the table to be able to get away at lunch and bring their staff and come enjoy the event since they're doing their sponsorships and stuff. So I think it just was wildly successful last year. It was so much fun to see so many faces in the room.
I know.
It was
of course,
great.
I get to work with my dear friend Bruce Keatson.
Yes,
and we are lined up and excited about
you guys
this
are great.
Upcoming one. Well, and because it's inspiring to me to be there and to hear the stories and to see the faces that are of these wonderful women who are being helped so beautifully through the work and these amazing baskets.
I know.
I mean, you need to come just to bid on these.
You do.
Bid on these wonderful baskets.
They're incredible. I wish I could win them, but I'm, that's kind of not.
If we call your name out.
No, I mean, they're amazing. We had 75 baskets last year. We're trying to have another 75 this year. Yeah. All donated from area businesses. They'll put, gift certificates from their restaurant, or they'll put in, they'll do a big basket from their boutique or something like that. Really amazing baskets. Like some of those were, they were huge. You could barely carry them out of the room. It was amazing.
Massive.
And this year, I think, travel is kind of a big thing. So I'll give you a spoiler. We already have quite a few travel baskets in the silent auction, plus an amazing raffle this year.
So experiences.
Yeah. Yes. So I feel like we're kind of all, everybody's kind of back to traveling a little bit more now. And so there's a lot of experiences in the auction, and the raffle is really incredible too. So
it is crucial though that you raise the money to continue what you're doing. And as I recall, there was also a way if someone just wanted to be very focused and strategic in their giving to give toward a woman getting her GED. Let's talk a little bit about that, because it seems like a small enough thing.
Yeah. So the GED scholarships, that fund helps us to be able to pay for materials for a woman to go and to come to CWGC and get her GED, because everything that we do is 100% free. And we offer everything from the materials to the testing fees. And then we even are in the process of opening a certified testing center for GED at this point too. So that will launch this fall. We are in the process of getting that all set up.
That's huge.
So that GED scholarship helps pay for those materials for the woman to come in and keep that program running free. So the GED scholarship is $150. And it's a great way to get involved and get focused on one aspect of the giving for this event. So, yeah.
How long is the GED preparation program?
So there's 4 tests. You would do the social studies, science, math, and language arts. And it really depends on the person. You could come in and you could knock it out in 2 to 4 weeks if you came in and just tested right back to back and did phenomenally the first time out, or it could take a while. So we have regular classes with regular teachers, tutoring and testing, and the program itself, it runs about a semester, and then we take a break for Christmas, and then we run another semester. And so maybe you finish in 1 semester, maybe you finish in 2 semesters. So and sometimes it takes a little longer. It's a pretty hard road to travel. The GED test is hard. So sometimes it takes
I don't know that
longer.
I'm going to take it.
But I mean, I tell you, it's worth doing. It's a great step forward. And with the teachers and the tutoring and the help and the accountability and really the community is really what does it.
And what a sense of accomplishment.
Huge.
What a huge thing.
Yeah. And it's great.
Yeah.
I love my job.
I think that's fairly evident. But so the funds you raise, I mean, that was one specific thing that I knew of.
The GED scholarships.
Things that you're wanting to get started or you need.
So our goal for this year is to raise $120,000, which is a huge goal. It's a huge step forward between the new testing center and the amount of folks that we're seeing come through CWJC. That's a goal that we need to have met. So our annual budget, all of these proceeds go to our annual budget, every last bit of it. It all goes right back in to fund programs, to fund the needs for the organization. So we're looking for raffle ticket sales and silent auction sales. And then there's the table sponsorships. There's underwriting opportunities still available for anybody who wants to become an underwriter. And then, of course, just regular donations. So all of that comes together to help us meet that $120,000 goal.
Okay, so how can folks get in touch?
So you can just go to wacobaskets.com, like baskets of hope, wacobaskets.com, and it'll have all the ticketing information. If you want to sponsor a basket from your business, if you want to sponsor a table from your business, or if you just want to get a ticket to the event and just come and be a part of it, it's all right there. So all of those tickets, sponsorships, underwriting, donations, and more at wacobaskets.com.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's just it's a wonderful event and such a valued partner in the community to help people that, I don't know that I asked you, how many women generally in a semester are a part of the program?
Well, in last academic year, we served 134 women.
Wow.
Yeah. And we saw about 200 come through the office for just general services. Mm-hmm. So really, I mean, this is a huge need. And we're already full for the next semester too. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So
there's
like
a lot of need. Yes, we do. We have a waiting list.
Oh my goodness.
And we're hoping to pull people in as soon as we can. So as soon as we can get those tests passed, we'll pull people in. And it's mostly GED. So it's a lot of folks wanting GED.
My heart goes out to them, to do that though, and to get that done, because it's just sort of your entree into.
It is
basic.
Yeah. Into your more, into most careers. Yeah.
Yeah. It truly is. Well, it is just a fun group for me to be involved with, even, sort of peripherally.
We appreciate you so much.
I keep thinking, when I retire, I'm going to have more time and I want to be a mentor.
Good.
So
great.
When I retire, but
we'll teach everybody about being an on-air talent. It'll be fantastic. I love it.
I could talk about that, but I do like to end these visits, and we've done this before, and we'll see if your answers are the same, which I won't know because I won't remember what you told me.
I won't remember either.
So there, it's like a brand new day for me.
New day for both of us,
like most things. But I do like to end these visits with a little questionnaire that the wonderful James Lipton would do on Inside the Actors Studio.
Oh yeah.
So you remember? Is it coming back to you?
It is
coming back to me. Okay, what is your favorite word?
Oh no. Can I even think of words? I'm getting to be that age where words are hard. Do I get a second option for the question? Oh, I don't know. Goodness. My favorite word. I think probably for the last few years, I think between pandemic life and everything else, I think rest is my favorite word.
That's good.
Right now. Yeah. Maybe that's vacation.
Yeah, that sounds good too.
Yeah, I think rest, because it's just, I think.
I don't think I've ever heard that one before. So
I think right now is my favorite.
That's good. These things can change. They don't have to say the same.
It's not very deep.
So what is your no? It sounds good to me. What's your least favorite word then?
Oh, probably like can't.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big fan of anybody telling me I can't do something, or anyone else telling someone else they can't do something.
Or telling themselves they can't.
Can't do something.
Sure. I do hear that one a lot. What turns you on creatively, spiritually or emotionally?
I think it's a balance thing, right? I feel like it's a healthy balance of quiet, and it's especially in the morning times, and time with God, and time in nature, and then probably reading. I think just words,
All sound like restful.
which draws us back to the first word.
Restful.
No, but
pastimes,
really,
yeah.
like I feel like I get a lot of creative spunk from drawing backwards just for a few minutes.
It's recharging.
Yeah.
Really. Then what turns you off creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Clutter.
Really?
Clutter, yes.
You know, there's a whole move toward the minimalist.
I'm not
Are you
minimalist.
that?
I'm
Okay.
not minimalist. I love color in my house and all sorts of things, but clutter in general, I just find it hard to think. And I find it hard to be creative when there's clutter.
Very good. What sound do you love the most? You're a musician. What?
I honest to goodness, it has to be the sound of really great singing.
Good.
Really, truly. Whether it's a great choir or opera or and I think ensemble is just my favorite because
Me too.
It's just the power of ensemble that really makes me excited.
I know. I loved it when I was in high school and we did madrigal singing. Having 16 people, and you were listening to all those other parts, you know, or you were going to be off. I love that too.
I think just really incredible music just is my favorite sound.
Okay, least favorite sound.
Go opposite and just say really bad music.
Yes, right. Yeah, that's true.
No,
A really
honestly,
bad French horn.
No, I'm not going to pick on any French horn players out there. That's not fair. No, probably just squeaky, repetitive stuff. Like any sort of squeaky, repetitive noise is going to really get on my nerves.
Yeah, really get you. What other profession would you have wanted to try?
Oh, Broadway singer.
There you go.
Yeah, Broadway.
You could have done
Definitely. Yeah, no, that would have been my thing of choice.
Is it a particular role?
Oh gosh, no, that's like asking me to choose my favorite child. No,
Yeah,
thank you.
I know.
No, I don't know. I just know that that's what I probably would have run after eventually is stage.
Very good. Very good. What job do you know you would not want to do?
Oh, goodness gracious. I think probably your job.
You're very comfortable doing this.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
some people, you know, don't make me have to be interviewed, kind of thing. But
I think like the
you're
early
very comfortable
morning.
with
Oh, thanks. No, I think early morning like news. That
I
sort
never
of thing.
did
Well, I
that.
know you didn't ever do that, but well, okay.
I wouldn't
maybe
want to do that either.
maybe I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. Oh, yeah. I'd have to think about it.
Okay.
Because earlier I did say can't. So if you told me I can't do it, then I'd probably be like, oh yeah, I can.
No, I know you
Let's
could.
go.
I know you could. Well, so finally, what do you want to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I don't know. I was thinking about that the last time you asked me that question, and I honestly don't know. I think I'd be too busy just like crying or something. Yeah. So I honestly don't know. I think it'd probably just be silence and awe. So, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it just being really quiet and really just beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
well, you are doing this well, and I appreciate so much
Aw,
your
thank
time
you.
with us today, and all that the Christian Women's Job Corps
Thank you.
means to Central Texas and to the many, many, many women who have been helped by this program. Again, how can folks get in touch with you?
WacoBaskets.com for the fundraiser, and then anytime on our website, cwjcwaco.org. So yeah, we'd love to see you guys at Baskets of Hope, and we'd love to see you anytime at our campus with CWJC.
Looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. Hope to see you there as well. But thank you for being with us. We will join you again next time on Central Texas Life. Bye-bye.
Central Texas Life with Ann Harder is part of the Rogue Media family. Be sure to check out our other shows at roguemedianetwork.com. Please rate this show 5 stars on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or anywhere you get your podcasts. Join us again soon for more Central Texas Life with Ann Harder.